You do not lack potential. You lack closure with yourself. There are things you said you would begin. There are standards you quietly set. There are conversations you postponed. None of them disappeared. They wait. And every day you delay them, you feel it. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough to change how you look at yourself. Most people think delay is harmless. They think postponing a decision is neutral. They tell themselves they are waiting for clarity, for the right mood, for more energy, for a cleaner calendar. But delay has a cost. It is not paid in money, it is paid in self-trust. Every time you decide to start tomorrow instead of today, something small shifts inside you. You stop seeing yourself as someone who moves when it is time to move. You begin seeing yourself as someone who negotiates with their own word. This does not feel catastrophic. It feels manageable. That is why it is dangerous. The mind adjusts to lowered standards quickly. It rationalizes, it explains, it softens the edges. You say you are tired. You say you need more preparation. You say you are not ready. But readiness is not what you are missing. You are missing the willingness to tolerate discomfort without postponing your own growth. There is a quiet tension that comes from unfinished promises. You feel it when you wake up and remember what you said you would do. You feel it when you scroll instead of act. You feel it when someone else advances in an area you abandoned. This tension is not shame, it is awareness, and awareness is a signal. The cost of delaying yourself is not failure, it is erosion, slow erosion of identity. You begin to doubt your capacity, not because you lack skill, but because you repeatedly observe yourself stepping back when it becomes inconvenient. Discipline is not loud. It does not announce itself. It does not perform. It simply closes the gap between intention and action. When you delay, you widen that gap. At first, it is inches. Then it becomes distance. You tell yourself you will start when you feel motivated, but motivation follows movement. It rarely leads it. Waiting for motivation is a refined way of avoiding discomfort. There is always discomfort at the threshold of growth. There is uncertainty, there is the risk of imperfection, there is the exposure of being a beginner. Delaying protects you from that exposure, for a moment, but protection has a price. The longer you wait, the more the task grows in your mind. It becomes heavier, more symbolic. It stops being a simple action and becomes a test of who you are. This is how small delays turn into identity crises. You begin to question whether you were disciplined, whether you were capable, whether you were serious about your own future. The truth is simpler. You avoided friction. Friction is not the enemy, it is the condition of progress. Every meaningful direction requires friction. Waking up earlier, speaking honestly, training consistently, studying when you would rather rest, saying no when it is easier to comply. These moments are not dramatic, they are ordinary, but they accumulate. So does delay. There is a cost to postponing the call you need to make. There is a cost to avoiding the hard conversation. There is a cost to ignoring the plan you wrote. The cost is not external punishment, it is internal inconsistency. When you become inconsistent with yourself, you lose clarity. You stop believing your own commitments. You begin to operate in fragments. Clear thinking requires alignment. When what you say and what you do diverge, your mind becomes unsettled. You cannot build stability on contradiction. You know this quietly. That is why delay does not feel neutral. It feels slightly heavy. The solution is not aggression, it is not intensity, it is not forcing yourself into dramatic transformation. It is closing one gap. Choose one commitment you have been postponing, not the largest, not the most intimidating, just one, and complete it. Not because it changes your life instantly, but because it restores coherence. When you act on what you said you would do, something stabilizes. You begin to see yourself as reliable, not perfect, reliable. Reliability builds confidence without noise. Many people chase motivation, few protect their self-trust. Self-trust is built in private. It is built when you follow through without applause, when you act without announcing it, when you complete what no one else monitors. Delaying yourself is tempting because it feels invisible. No one sees the hesitation, no one audits your internal negotiations, but you see them. You observe every compromise, and your mind keeps record. This is why small acts of discipline matter. Making your bed when you said you would, finishing the page you committed to write, completing the workout even when it is average. These acts are not about productivity, they are about identity maintenance. You are either reinforcing the image of someone who moves forward or someone who waits for better conditions. Better conditions rarely arrive on schedule. Clarity comes from action, not contemplation alone. You think you need more time to decide. Often, you need more courage to begin. There is no perfect moment. There is only the present opportunity to reduce the distance between intention and execution. If you delay long enough, you begin to adapt to the smaller version of your life. You stop expecting more from yourself. You normalize the unfinished. That normalization is the real loss. Ambition does not disappear dramatically. It fades through repeated postponement. You stop planning boldly because you do not trust yourself to execute. This is the cost. Not failure, not embarrassment, diminished self-expectation. Discipline restores expectation. It reminds you that you are capable of movement even when it is inconvenient. You do not need to overhaul your entire routine today. You need to remove one delay. Send the email, start the draft, prepare the application, have the conversation. Do it calmly, do it imperfectly, do it without announcing it. Completion creates momentum. Momentum builds clarity. Clarity reduces hesitation, and hesitation is what has been draining you. There is a version of you that acts without drama. That version does not wait to feel ready. That version understands that discomfort is temporary, but delay compounds. You are not behind because you lack ability. You are behind because you allowed small postponements to accumulate. The correction is quiet. Act once, then again tomorrow. Each action reclaims a fragment of self-trust. Over time, fragments become structure. You do not need intensity, you need consistency. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be reasons to adjust the timeline. If you listen closely, you will hear them every day. But beneath those reasons, there is a simpler truth. You know what requires your attention. You know what you have been avoiding. You know that delay is not protecting you, it is diminishing you. Clear thinking demands honesty. Honest evaluation shows where you hesitated. Sustained action repairs it. There is relief in finishing what you start, not because it impresses anyone, because it aligns you. Alignment feels steady, it feels clean, it feels earned. When you stop delaying yourself, you remove the quiet weight you have been carrying. You do not become extraordinary overnight, you become consistent, and consistency compounds. The cost of delaying yourself is subtle but cumulative. The reward for acting is also subtle but powerful. One builds doubt, the other builds identity. Choose carefully, not loudly, not dramatically, just deliberately. Close one gap today, then keep closing them. That is how you move forward without noise. That is how you rebuild trust without announcement. That is how you stop paying the cost of delay.